So let's begin with our thing. Our audience would definitely like to know, after hearing your interesting profile, what is Ho'oponopono? Okay.
So it's an ancient Hawaiian technique. And
Right.
in the Hawaiian language, Ho'oponopono means returning to your divine core. 10 years or so after she died, a friend of his who was working in the Hawaiian state prison, we have a ward of criminally insane inmates. They were so violent, they were muzzled. Their hands and feet were chained. He said, I did not heal them. I healed within my consciousness.
So now tell me the secret. What is Ho'oponopono? I mean, I want to know when doctor said, I am healing myself.
Exactly.
What was he doing?
This is, Ankur, one of the most difficult aspects of Ho'oponopono. Ho'oponopono actually is so mind-blowingly simple.
Welcome to 𝗪 Rising Stars. I'm your host, Ankura Gupta. Imagine if just 4 simple statements could help release your emotional blocks and heal your inner self completely. Sounds magical, right? Well, today we are diving into an ancient Hawaiian practice of Ho'oponopono, a powerful tool for inner healing and transformation. Joining us today is Ellaeenah Niloufer, an empowered life coach, spiritual mentor, and a certified Ho'oponopono practitioner. She'll be guiding us through how this practice can bring peace, clarity, and deeper connection in us and in all our relationships. So stay with us, because what you're about to hear might just shift the way you see yourself and your entire reality. Hello, Ellaeenah. Welcome to 𝗪 Rising Star.
Thank you so much, Ankur. Thank you for inviting me. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to make new friends.
Yes, pleasure is all ours, Ellaeenah. So please tell our audience about yourself.
So first of all, let me start with my name.
Yeah.
My name that I was given at birth by my parents, which I used for many, 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 many years, is Niloufer.
Okay.
Yes, I am Zoroastrian by birth. And although I still respect the religion I was born into, I am not a religious person at all. I believe in all religions. I believe in no religion, whatever perspective you want to take.
Okay.
My lifestyle, who I am, and actually even my parents, I was brought up and then it just grew into it. We were all spiritual more than religious.
Okay. Right.
Many years ago, about 3 decades ago, over 3 decades ago, when I was dialoguing with the angelic realm, they began to call me Ellaeenah.
Okay.
And I was wondering why they were calling me this name. And I spoke about it to an angel communicator, and she explained to me that the angels were trying to tell me that this energy benefit of my name Niloufer had depleted, and it was now time to take on the name Ellaeenah. And I can't tell you, Ankur, I took on that name that night. I emailed everyone to say this is my name. And of course, there are still people from my past who call me Niloufer, and I'm very happy to answer to that. But as soon as I took on the name Ellaeenah, my spiritual growth just accelerated in a manner that I couldn't believe. As a child, as a teenager, as a young adult, I was very, very angry.
Okay. Right.
Nothing in my life warrants that anger. I had beautiful parents, a lovely sister, an absolutely amazing husband and children. But I was angry all the time.
Okay.
And it was many, many years later, even after my children, even after my firstborn, my son was born after that, but my daughter was already born. And I went into therapy to understand why this anger. Because there was really, my life, touch wood, was beautiful and has always been beautiful. So why the anger?
Yes, true.
And I realized that this was a lot of past pain that was in my subconscious, which I was converting into anger because it was easier for me to express anger rather than to acknowledge pain and express pain.
Okay.
And that, for me, Ankur, was my spiritual leap, the acknowledgement of pain. And I worked a lot on myself. As a professional, I was a high school teacher.
Okay.
And I incorporated a lot of my learning about myself with the students that I taught, because I could then understand the pain held by someone else.
Okay.
And how we don't see the pain because it manifests as something else.
Okay.
And after 35 years of being a high school teacher, I left to do my spiritual work full time, which includes working with children, teenagers, adults, mature adults. The one joyful thing about me, Ankur, is ever since I was a very, very young child, and I didn't realize it then, I realized it many, many years later, I have been what is known as an energy intuit, which means the energies kind of talk to me.
Okay, they connect with you.
Yeah, and when you are a child, 2 years old, 3 years old, and this happens, you just assume it happens for everyone else.
True.
So I grew up thinking there's nothing different. This happens to everyone. Till many, many years later, even after I was married, my first spiritual mentor, who is no more, but whom I will always love and be grateful to, she told me that no, not everyone has this ability, and you have this ability because for many lifetimes you have done this work.
Okay.
And it is now time for you to restart that work, for you to remember who you were and restart. And so under her guidance-ship, I started the work. And through the course of 2 or 3 years there, I met my cosmic master,
Okay.
who I call Jade Fire.
Okay.
And that is why I call myself Ellaeenah Jade Fire. For me, we are one.
Right.
Right? And under his tutelage, under his guidance-ship, I became a channel, a psychic medium, a crystal therapist, a Bach flower therapist, Ho'oponopono therapist, an inner child healing facilitator, spiritual mentor, and a transformational coach.
Right.
So I channeled a book by Jade Fire. I have my own channeled cards, which so many people use to do their own readings for their clients. I have co-authored a deck of cards with my very dear friend Jogita Jagwani. And these deck of cards are cards for Bach flower therapy, or batch flower therapy, as so many call it.
Okay.
So basically, in a nutshell, that's who I am.
Yes.
And it
Wonderful
was this
profile.
pain of mine that actually took me on this amazing journey. So I really thank that pain. I thank the anger because today it has left me, but it left me and left a fingerprint of spiritual depth.
True, very true.
And of course, there are still so many things I struggle with. But in the course of my spiritual journey, I came across Ho'oponopono.
Yes.
And for me, that was a turning point in my life.
Yeah.
It just spoke to me.
So today we are going to discuss Ho'oponopono only with you.
Yes.
That's the whole topic of our podcast.
Yes.
So let's begin with our thing. Our audience would definitely like to know, after hearing your interesting profile, what is Ho'oponopono?
So first of all, let me break down the word. Most people find it very difficult to pronounce.
Me too.
It's Ho, H-O.
Okay.
Ho. Pono.
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 Okay.
So it's an ancient Hawaiian technique. And in the Hawaiian language, Ho'oponopono means returning to your divine core, returning to your divine perfection. That is what it means.
Okay.
First of all, before I go into Ho'oponopono, may I have your permission to talk very briefly about 3 persons who are very, very important to mention, because they have really given our modern world this knowledge.
Okay.
You see, the technique of Ho'oponopono is not new.
Right.
It has been in Hawaii for centuries and centuries and centuries.
Okay.
It used to be practiced by the shamans and the kahunas, the healers, spiritual healers.
True.
And it was a method of reconciliating quarrels or conflicts, disagreements between 2 or more than 2 people.
Okay.
And what the kahuna would do is sit in the center, and it was interesting. The kahuna would start the chanting and ask the others to start with him or her.
Okay.
And then would turn to each person and ask them, what is your role in the conflict?
Okay.
Would not ask, what does the other person do? Or what has that person said?
True.
Would ask, now you tell me, what is your role in the conflict?
True.
Now, this question is the foundation of Ho'oponopono, because Ho'oponopono believes that if we have to reach our divine perfection, the only way we can do that is if we take 100% self-responsibility.
Okay.
Then in the early 1900s, 1911, I'm sure, not got my dates completely. There was this a very, very powerful kahuna, Hawaiian kahuna, healer, called Morna Simeona.
Okay.
She was a very powerful healer.
Right.
And she is responsible for modernizing Ho'oponopono and making it available in a form which the rest of the world outside Hawaii could actually access.
Right.
Because this was only followed like they used to follow traditionally centuries ago. Even though she modernized it, her reason for modernizing it was that she wanted self-empowerment. She didn't want people to rely on a spiritual healer to help them. She said this method can be used by each one on their own. Why should a kahuna come in the middle?
Right.
And thank God she did that. So for many, many years, she taught her version of Ho'oponopono, which we today know.
Okay, right.
And when she died in 1982 or 83, when she died, by then she had already been given a title called the Living Treasure of Hawaii.
Right.
She was that powerful.
Okay, okay.
Now, at some point in her life, as the universe does it with its synchronicity, came in a second person that I will name, Dr. 𝗬𝗏𝗂𝗧𝗲𝗃.
Okay.
He was also Hawaiian.
Right.
He was actually a psychologist.
Right.
And Dr. 𝗬𝗏 passed away in 2022.
Right.
And I have been blessed to learn Ho'oponopono under him.
Okay.
So Dr. 𝗬𝗏 had a young daughter who had a very severe physical illness.
Right.
For years, he took her to different doctors, different therapies, tried everything, and she was not healing. And the physical illness was making her so agitated and disturbed that she also, then her mental health began to suffer. Now, here is this dichotomy. He himself is a psychologist, a doctor, a medical person, and he couldn't heal his own daughter. And no doctor could heal. Someone told him, listen, there is this kahuna, 𝗏𝗵𝗲. Why don't you go to her? Now, remember, he's a medical person.
Medical person, yeah, true.
They don't readily go to spiritual healers.
Yes, true.
He was so desperate that he said, okay, I'll take my daughter there.
Yeah.
And he couldn't believe it. In a few sessions, his daughter made what he thought was miraculous progress.
Okay.
And he couldn't understand, what did she do? How did she heal him when medicine couldn't? So he went to her and said, teach me. I want to be your student. I want to be your disciple. She taught him her version of Ho'oponopono. And Dr. 𝗬𝗏𝗂𝗧𝗲𝗃 was the person responsible for Ho'oponopono coming out of Hawaii into the rest of the world.
Sorry.
How did that happen?
Right.
In 1982, 𝗏𝗵𝗲 died at a ripe old age of 80-something.
Right.
But Dr. 𝗬𝗏𝗂𝗧𝗲𝗃 continued her work.
Okay.
10 years or so after she died, a friend of his who was working in the Hawaiian state prison came to him and said, we need your help. We have a ward of criminally insane inmates. They were so violent, they were muzzled. Their hands and feet were chained. They were never allowed to even go into the yard to have a... They were actually cannibals.
Right.
They would bite anyone who would come into the ward. So no employee was staying.
Okay.
Employees didn't turn up for duty. Employees came and went, and nothing could be done to these inmates.
Right.
He came to Dr. 𝗬𝗏 and said, I know you are practicing this Ho'oponopono. Can you help me? Dr. 𝗬𝗏 said, let me try. He took it up as a challenge and he went to the state prison. Now, interesting thing, Ankur. He worked on them for about a year or two.
Okay.
Not once did he ever even see an inmate.
Oh,
forget talking to them.
Okay.
He didn't talk to them. He didn't see them. They didn't know he was present in the prison.
Okay.
He asked the prison to give him a small wooden table and chair, which he kept in one corner of the prison. with the files of all these inmates.
Okay.
And week after week, month after month, people didn't know what he was doing. All they could see him do from morning till evening, he would sit and he would be slowly turning the pages of their files.
Okay.
They didn't know what he was doing. They asked him, don't you want to see them? You're a psychologist. He says, no. You don't want to talk to them? He said, no.
Right.
But they found very soon the inmates started getting calmer.
All right.
And before they knew it, they didn't need muzzles. Their chains came off. And by the time Dr. 𝗀𝗃 had finished the healing, the criminally insane ward was shut down.
Oh, okay.
Now this went, to use a modern day word, this went viral.
Yes, it is amazing.
What have you done? We don't know. You never met them. You never saw them. What have you done? People and journalists came from everywhere to interview him. And they all asked him only one question: what did you do? And he answered only one way.
Right.
I did nothing. I did not heal them.
Okay.
Now I'm going to say a sentence which I want you to hear. Something that had created them.
Okay. Okay.
Now this was a radically different viewpoint.
So he was saying he had not healed those people. He was healing his own consciousness.
Yes. मैंने कुछ किया नहीं है.
Oh,
मैंने को heal ही नहीं किया है. मैंने मुझे heal किया है.
They have healed him.
नहीं, मैंने ही मुझे heal किया है.
Okay, I have healed myself.
किया ही नहीं.
Okay, 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 okay. I mean, yeah, I also am not able to understand.
What is this man saying?
Yeah,
By
exactly.
then he was amazed and they didn't know what he was saying.
Yeah.
This news went viral all over the world.
Right.
Now, one man was told about Dr. 𝗀𝗃 in America.
Right.
And who was that? That is the third man in our story. Dr. 𝗀𝗃𝗏𝗃.
Okay.
By then, Dr. 𝗀𝗏𝗏𝗃 had completed his book, The Secret. The book was already made into a film.
Yes, true.
People were hugely benefiting by the book and the movie.
Yes.
I remember being wowed by the movie and the book. But Dr. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 was not very happy. Okay. Because although 50-55% of people were saying it has helped us tremendously, the remaining were saying, Dr. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, it's not helping me, or it's not helping me every time.
Okay.
He couldn't understand why the secret was not helping. He knew that the secret had an amazingly powerful message. But then why was it not helping everyone? And why was it not helping everyone all the time?
Right.
When he heard about Dr. 𝗀𝗃, he called him up in Hawaii. Dr. 𝗀𝗃 was not interested. He said, I want to come and meet you. I want to work with you. I want to understand. Dr. 𝗀𝗃 said, I'm very busy doing my own work. I'm not interested. I don't want to come to America. I'm not interested. I'm happy here with my work in Hawaii. In spite of the resistance, Dr. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 kept calling him. And finally, Dr. 𝗀𝗃 said, okay, I will meet you.
Okay. Right.
From there started a series of meetings and conversations and dialogues, all of which were then finally made into a book co-authored by Dr. Ihalikaale 𝗀𝗃 and Dr. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, Zero Limits.
Okay.
2007.
Right.
And then Dr. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 told 𝗀𝗏,
Mm-hmm.
we have to take this as a teaching course to the rest of the world. And thank God Dr. 𝗀𝗏 agreed.
Right.
And till he died in 2022, he was also an old man in his 80s when Dr. 𝗀𝗏 died. He continued to teach. And of course, Dr. 𝗀𝗏 is very much alive. He's in his 70s. And he still perpetuates the work of Dr. 𝗬𝗏 𝗀𝗏.
Okay.
And these are the three people we have to thank: Morna
Yes.
Simeona, Dr. 𝗬𝗏 𝗀𝗏, and Dr. 𝗀𝗏, to say thank you for bringing this into our lives.
True, very true. So now tell me the secret. What is Ho'oponopono? I mean, I want to know when doctor said, I am healing myself.
Exactly.
What was he doing?
This is, Ankur, one of the most difficult aspects of Ho'oponopono. Ho'oponopono actually is so mind-blowingly simple that you can't believe that it can work.
Yes.
I mean, in my workshops, I can combine the basic and 2 advanced levels and teach the entire body of Ho'oponopono in 6 to 8 hours.
Okay. Okay.
It is that simple. But, you know, people will say, oh, I know Ho'oponopono, those 4 sentences.
Yes.
And I'm saying, those 4 sentences are a part of it. Do you know what they mean? No, I don't know what they mean. My friend told me. If you don't know what they mean, those 4 sentences are like a tota who is saying them.
Yes. True, very true.
So the sentence that he mentioned and that which you want to know, Ankur, is the key to it.
Yes.
Ho'oponopono believes that we are made up of 3 bodies.
Right.
Or 3 minds. One is the conscious self or the conscious mind. The second is the subconscious self or the subconscious mind, which we call the inner child.
Okay.
And the third is the superconscious self or the divine mind. Okay. We all have what we call a higher self.
True.
The ancient Hawaiians believed that if I go through something today,
right,
and if I am angry about it, and I do not resolve it,
right,
then that anger will come with me in my next lifetime.
Yes.
In my next lifetime. In my next lifetime. That is why I started by saying, when you said, who are you? I said, I was a very angry person.
Yes, got it.
Because truly that anger defined me. That pain defined me, Ankur. Because I had not resolved it in past lifetimes. And it's interesting because my spiritual mentor had told me that in many lifetimes you've been doing so much spiritual work. But you know, this is what we do, Ankur. We do so much spiritual work. We'll do healing for others.
Okay. But
don't want to look
do
inside.
it for yourself. Yes, true.
So my spiritual work started when I had first come here to say, who is this person who is so angry? And why is she so angry? What in her life has made her this angry? Right? So what we don't resolve in past lifetimes, they come as energy imprints.
True. I think we call them soul prints also, soul imprints.
Exactly. Soul imprints, energy imprints. They come as karmic templates.
Yes.
Now, if I have hurt you, right? And if I have not resolved that, it is my karma which I have to set right.
Right.
You may have forgiven me, but I have still hurt you.
Right.
Have I set that right? If I haven't set that right, your forgiveness for me doesn't matter to my karma. It matters to your karma.
Right.
That you have let it go. Your karmic state is empty, but mine is not. So the first thing that Ho'oponopono teaches us is that all of us have ancestral patterns.
Right.
We have inner child wounds. We have old soul contracts. We have vows that we make, like the vow of poverty, the vow of chastity, right? We have karmic templates. All of these are deep energy imprints that our soul is carrying. And these energy imprints have to be completely cleared if we want to have zero limit, which means be completely 100% free of this.
Okay.
Only then can I heal. Till such time, Ankur, as I have even a little bit, I will physically be sick. I will emotionally be sick. I will mentally be sick. I will financially be sick. I will have relationship issues. Anything that happens in my life outside or inside, which is not positive, tells me that there are still energy imprints left in me. Now, Ankur, I have been working on myself for I've forgotten how many years.
You're still working on yourself?
Of course.
Okay.
And I still feel sick. And I still have a few relationship issues.
Okay.
And I still get emotionally upset. Which means everything is not clean within me.
Okay.
So can you imagine how much of a backlog we all have? Right. Now, this conscious self and the subconscious self holds all that. The superconscious, which is the divine mind, cannot help us if the conscious and the subconscious are putting negative blocks in the way.
Yes, true. You're adding to it, madam.
That's right. So when people come to me and say, I want to be a psychic like you. I want to be a medium like you. Of course I teach. I have a whole workshop for that. But the first several parts of that workshop are internal cleaning. Yes. If that internal cleaning is not there, nothing will come through. Okay, right. True, very true. It's like, Ankur, you want fresh stream water. Right. Okay? There is a lovely stream flowing outside your house. And you have a pipe so that the stream water comes into your house. True. But when you look at the water, you say, Arey, that water is so sparkling and radiant, and this water is all ganda, murky. Why? Because the pipe is dirty. Pipe is dirty. Yes, true. True. So that pipe has to be. Ho'oponopono cleans that pipe. So Ho'oponopono believes if you clean yourself internally, if you cure yourself internally, then the things around you will automatically clear out. Perfect. Yeah. And then whether those are monetary issues, health issues, financial issues, mental health issues, they will clear. Okay. Okay. Right. But what people do know, Ankur, and even when I teach people, I find them going into this trap. The 4 statements which I'll come to, Ankur. Yeah. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. They just rattaw it and repeat. Without meaning, if we are saying it, it's of no use. They don't know what it means. They don't know that this is about taking responsibility for yourself. True. So they need to understand the truth behind those statements. Very true. Ellaeenah, our timeline is getting finished. So we'll stop here.